Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we're looking at something a little bit different to what we normally look at, because we are looking at the vintage 1995 Star Wars Character Series model kits by AMT or ERTL. But this one's a little bit different because we will be looking at this model, and we'll be looking at the completed version of this model, because this particular model we're looking at was actually built for a shop display. It was built together and it was painted and displayed in a shop display for, I think probably about 6 to 8 months before it was taken away and packed away in the stock room, and never saw the light of day since then, which is getting on for 30 years. Okay, so this is the box that it comes in, and it says AMT ERTL Luke Skywalker, and it says requires Cineo acrylic glue, painting recommended, basic modeling skills are helpful for assembly, and it's highly detailed vinyl model kit, and it includes display base and lightsaber, and it says Star Wars Collector's Edition. Okay, so that is the front of the box. Let's just turn the box around to the back. What have we got on the back? Okay, so the back of the box is exactly the same as on the front. AMT and ERTL logo at the top. Luke Skywalker, highly detailed vinyl model kit, includes display base and lightsaber. Star Wars Collector's Edition. And on the side of the box, it says AMT Luke Skywalker at the top. Let's just come out a little bit. And you've got the image of the model again, and it says Star Wars Collector's Edition number 8783 on the bottom. And if I turn the box round to the other side, okay, so let's just lay that down, it'll be easier to read. Again, we got Luke Skywalker Star Wars Collector's Edition, and it says highly detailed figure model kit, complete assembly instructions and paint guide included, and paint and cement not included. We go to the end, it says on here Luke Skywalker Star Wars Collector's Edition, highly detailed vinyl model kit, includes display base and AMT ERTL logo, and I think it's probably the same at the other end. Oh no, it's different at the other end. Luke Skywalker 1995, the ERTL Company Inc., made in China, printed and packaged in the USA, and the copyright information 1995, Lucasfilm Limited, all rights reserved. 8783-1000 is the authorization user number. And then we have the product warning details, the commitment to quality guarantee, and the barcode at the bottom there. Okay, that is the box. Now, before I actually show you the model that's been built, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the box, because all the paperwork and components are still inside. I'm going to take it out, and we're going to have a look at the components before we actually have a look at the detailed finished model. Okay, so I've removed everything from the box, and this is what we got. So we've got the bags that all of the parts come in. Let's just move those over to one side so we don't really need those. We've got here information on how to join the official Star Wars fan club. It says for only $9.99 you can join the official Star Wars fan club. Membership includes photos, interviews and articles, 1-year subscription, the Jawa Trader, the official catalogue of Star Wars, and the James collectibles inserted in every Star Wars Insider. Exclusive membership kit loaded with collectibles for members only. And then you've got the slip that you would have to fill in and send away to join the official Star Wars fan club. Next, we've got here, I think this is all the important information. Okay, so this is the color chart guide. So it tells you the colors that you will need to complete this model, and this is the guide. So on the instructions, you'll see all these letters, and these letters relate to colors, obviously. So if you see a P, it's a flat white. So that's the colors that you're going to need to paint the image, paint the model. Inside to the blue printer, developed exclusively for the model kit builder. And this is information on new AMT releases, question and answer questions, and so on. So that's another subscription that you could do. And then we come across to the actual instructions to build the model kit. This is AMT ERTL stock number 8783 Star Wars Luke Skywalker highly detailed vinyl model kit. TM and copyright 1995 Lucasfilm Limited, all rights reserved, used under license. And if we open it up, we can see exactly what the components are. So you got the arms, the head, the lower arm, the head, the upper arms, the torso, the lower legs, and the upper legs, and that's how they all join together here. And you can see all the letters are the colors that you need to paint the item in those particular areas. And then you've got a lightsaber, and again the colors you need to paint the lightsaber. And then you've got the stand, and the lightsaber just slots into Luke Skywalker's hand, which I'll show you that in a moment. And it says, look for these other great models, vinyl model kits from AMT. Star Wars 8785 Do, which is Han Solo, and 8784 Do, Darth Vader. It says, we at ERTL take great pride in providing the finest model kits available, giving strong attention to detail and craftsmanship. Should you have any difficulty with assembly or missing parts, please call the appropriate number listed below, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 8 and 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Inside the USA and Canada, call toll-free. Outside the US, there's another number there. Please visit the ERTL company for a free tour of the AMT production facilities in Drissel, Iowa. Tours daily, reservations suggested. Okay, and that's the ERTL company and their details. So, that's the model kit. Oh, that's the box. That's all the paperwork and the instructions and so on. So, next thing to do, let's grab the model and let's have a look at it completed. Okay, so there I have the completed vinyl model kit. Now, as I said to you before, this was actually built for a shop display, and it was on display for I would say I think it was about 6 months, they told me, and before the model kits, they sold out the model kits and they wasn't restocking them, or whether they could or couldn't restock them, I'm not quite sure. So the model kits were then there was a few of these that was built. I think we've already done a video on one of the other model kits that we had that was built for the same display, which was the speeder bike and the Imperial speeder rider from the Return of the Jedi. So that was one of them that was in the same display. This one was in the same display, and there was also Darth Vader in the same display, which we also have, and we will be uploading onto the website and shooting a video for soon. But this one obviously is Luke Skywalker, and this is Luke, all finished, stuck together and painted, and he does look very good. I've got to say, even though it's now, well, it was built in 1995, so we're getting on for nearly 30 years, almost 30 years old, this built model. Now, he is got a kind of like a weathered style finish to him. So he does, his lightsaber does actually, I'm just going to move the box out to the side actually there so it doesn't fall over. The lightsaber does actually come out of his hand, and so it just literally just pops out. So let's just move that out of the way for the time being, and let's have a good look at Luke. First of all, I do want to get some measurements on him so you can see what the size of him finished. So that he stands in 11 inches, which is about 27.5 centimeters. Width wise, we are looking at about 21 centimeters across from one side of his hand to the other side of his other hand. And if we measure depth wise, well, we're going to be looking really at the base here. So the widest point at the base is about 9 centimeters. So that is the width. Now we're going to have a zoom in on him because I'd like to show you his finished facial features, which, although are pretty good, they're really not as great of the likeness of Luke himself. If you look at the images on the box and the image, if I can just try and get them both into view, and the image of the finished model there, I don't know if you can see them both there. Maybe we should turn the box back around and have a look that way. That might be better. Yeah. So, I mean, it does look very much like the image on the box, although we've got lighter colours on the painted model as opposed to darker, slightly darker colours on the box. But the facial features are pretty much the same as what is on the box. But as I say, for me, it doesn't really look that much like Luke Skywalker, although you can tell it's Luke Skywalker, but it doesn't look that much like him. The rest of it is all pretty much standard. You can see that it all matches the image on the box and the action figure, or the model kit, I should say, all matches very, very well. The only thing I'm a little bit not too impressed with is the facial features, because they really doesn't look that much like Mark Hamill himself. So I am a little bit disappointed with that. Otherwise, the model is very good. I'll say the lightsaber, you can see it's all been painted, but it has been it has got a few little marks on there, probably where it's been stored in the a box, I would imagine. But it does. Again, it is detailed and does look fairly weathered. I should zoom out a little bit because I don't think you're getting to see it properly. But it does look a little bit weathered. You can glue it into his hand if you want to, but I don't see the point in that, because you can have him with the holding the lightsaber, and you can take it out. So it just very simply slots into his hand, and there we have it. He holds it, and it will stay in his hand. It won't come out. Again, you can display him with the I just moved that box out of the way so we've got a little bit more room, so you can display him with the lightsaber or without a lightsaber. As far as the finish is concerned, well, it's been painted with the kind of like the dirty look, if you like. So there's been some added colours to the white to make it look like he's been sweaty, or he's been in battle and he's got a bit dirty and what have you. So the finish on this one is pretty much like he's been he's been in the Tatooine, and there's sand residue on his clothes, it looks a bit like he's been through the dirt a bit, and it's still captured on his clothes. I think he did actually look like that in the movie. His clothes did look dirty and worn, so I think that's probably why it was finished this way, to make it more realistic. And obviously this it's had the coating put on it. Remember, this was a vinyl model, so even though it's still a little bit supple, it's had the lacquer put onto it to make it hard, and to keep it in position and to make it stand very well. And with these vinyl model kits, you have to heat the rubber up, the vinyl up, to get them to assemble it together, and to make the cuts in the right position. But whoever's made this model kit has done it very well. But you can just see the glazing that has been painted over the top to make it stand and stay in the colours it's been chosen to, and to keep it in a nice solid condition. Okay, that is the model kit. So how well did these models do at the time? Well, as with all of the AMT model kits, they always do very well. That is their business. They mass produce them, and they do make a very good kit, as is this one. So the only disappointment with this one is the features really don't resemble Mark Hamill too closely. But other than that, it's a great, really, really good kit. They're not, so they're fairly simple to put together, but you do need to have some modelling skills to cut the vinyl and of course the painting and the gluing together to make it look as good as this particular one is. There is, as I say, there is a little bit of chipping on the paintwork on the lightsaber. I think that's the way it was stored, and other than that, though, I think he still looks very, very good. And if you like the way that the weathered or the dirt has affected his clothing, this is great. If you don't, well, you could always overpaint it and change the colours to a more cleaner version if you so wished. But that would be up to whoever owned the model at the end of the day. At the bottom of the stand, you can see it's got Star Wars. And it says TH on there, whatever that's supposed to mean. Not quite sure about that. But regardless, that is your model kit. I think it's great, apart from, say, that lightness. Other than that, I think it's a great model kit. And it was part of what they called the character series. And it was obviously a limited edition collector series. So there was only a certain amount of quantities made, and once they were gone, they were gone. That was it. They never redid these, that I'm aware of anyway. So, yes, they did as well as I think they could have done because of the quantities that were, the quantity that was produced. Unlike the Star Trek vinyl model kits, which you can generally find pretty much on all the platforms, some kind or other, maybe not so often now as they used to be, but the Star Wars ones hardly ever come up on the platforms. So whether it was because of the quantities or whether it was because the people that bought them did actually make them, I'm not exactly sure. But this particular model kit, the vinyl model kit, the Star Wars vinyl ones, they really don't appear very often on the platforms, and when they do, they're usually partly done, part completed, maybe bits missing, I don't know, but not very complete, unlike this one. So let's fast forward to today, 25 years later, and here we are. This particular model, completed model, is available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, but of course we only have the one because this was part of the Star Wars display. But this particular one is available on the Midas Touch website, and you can get to the Midas Touch website very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, or you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Wars items and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that, there's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this old model kit with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.